Cold start 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT with a 6.4 liter V8 Hemi. This one has about 52,000 miles on it. Again, from CarMax in Riverside. Very nice styling. It is much smaller than the Durango SRT. It is a black on black. Does have the trailer tow package. Big fake exhaust tips. Have found out some information on this vehicle. When I did pick it up, I did find out that it does have a what they're calling minor accident on auto check, showing up front, but vehicle was disabled and towed. A little bit I can find out is it had 51,019 miles on it. Now has actually 51,000 miles and 50,000 miles. 5160 about mileage on it, so it hasn't been very far. The accident report is showing from Tennessee, and it does have history as being a Colorado vehicle. We'll take a look inside. So it does have some creaking in the doors, I noticed. Again, yeah, 51,072 miles. I don't know why they have it listed at 52,000 miles. They are looking for 51,998 is the price that CarMax is looking for this vehicle. I do believe the accident was in Walt was in possession of CarMax, so I believe it was transferred out to this area, California. And looking under the hood, a few things I can notice is all the plastics in the front here, they do appear new. And I also did notice here, this doesn't fit. There's a hole right there that it should fit into. So there seems to be a problem there. Because when you go over and look at this side, the side is definitely in that hole down in there. I do see a lot of new fresh paint. This looks freshly painted. Plastic, a lot of newer looking plastics. It also had the blind spot warning when I first did pick it up, and for a majority of the day yesterday, which has now gone off, where it says wipe rear bumper for the blind spots detectors. But like I said, it appears that has gone away. So a little look under the hood there. It does have extraction vents on the hood. It's very sleek design overall, the car. It does have a lot of imperfections in the paint. I have found quite a few scratches. Do have some scratches here on the bumper. A nice scratch there on the bumper. So the back definitely hasn't been painted. But taking a look in the back here, it's actually the first time I've opened it, as a matter of fact. It looks like they did pick up all the WeatherTech floor mats. Can understand being from Colorado. And we do have a spare tire, which is unusual nowadays. But it does add extra weight. Quite a bit of space in the back, especially with no third row. Taking a look back in the back seat here. There's some trash in the back. Looking in the second row here with my seat back. Take a seat in here. Definitely not much room, including a headroom. My head is hitting the top there. Looks like we do have a little bit of reclinability in the chairs, which would help my headroom there. Do have the panoramic roof, and we do have no controls back here. You do have a heated rear seats, but again, no controls back here, unlike the Durango, which does have a air conditioning, climate control in the back. Do have the dual cup holders in the second row. These do fold down and give you a little more storage. Of course, that will fold down too. Throw that back up. Come around here to the passenger side. Do have a lot of creaking in the door on this side too. I noticed that driver's rear door also has some creaking noises. Taking a look in the passenger side here. Go ahead and take a seat in the driver's seat. Do have the paddle shifters. Not a dual clutch, it is a slow shifting vehicle. Go ahead and push the start button, get it started up here. Nice display for the Grand Cherokee SRT. Gonna forget to turn off the radio. And there we go with the blind spot unavailable wiper bumper warning. So that has come back on. Have our Uconnect system. You do have radio, media from your vehicle. You do have your controls for your dual front heated seats as well as a front steering wheel. You do also have a mirror automatic or power mirror dimmer, climate control buttons. And switching to climate control there. Your navigation. Navigation display is definitely 2015 style, as well as your phone. No phone connected, of course. And then you do have various apps. You can also control your seats here. All the same buttons that are on the display on the bottom. Dimming mirror. You do also have your performance pages here. We'll load that application. Your shifter, push button, forward and backwards. Your driving modes, we'll go ahead and go into sport anyway. But you do also have track mode with launch control, as well as snow and tow mode. So on your performance pages, here's your home page. You have your timers, 0 to 60, eighth of a mile, quarter of a mile, braking distance, as well as braking from miles per hour. You have instant G-force meter. You also have you can have various gauges displayed here. You got your battery voltage, oil temp, oil pressure. And on that one, gauges 2. I'm going to go with coolant temp, intake air temperature, as well as the transmission temp. Engine, it's going to give you your instant RPM, torque, as well as oil pressure. A little rev there, gives you up to 91 horsepower. And also you can select different varying colors of the vehicle, as well as the picture. So even though your car's black, you want to pretend it's red. Oh, silver, red, black and white. But of course this one's black, so we'll leave it at black. And that's your performance pages. Let's go back to, here's your menu setting in a different display. This one is equipped with a Wi-Fi hotspot with a subscription. And you do have, again, a full panoramic mirror with your cover and as well as your buttons for the roof. This is going to be the cover. Actually, this one's going to be your cover to open and close. This is going to be for the sunroof itself. Open it up. Get some fresh air in here, as well as you have your vent. You do have your assist button as well as your 911 button there. You do have your 4 window controllers here with the lock button and the window lock button, as well as your mirror adjustments on there. When I tried it earlier, it doesn't appear, it doesn't say the rear windows in this one are not auto down. And then you have your light control, currently on automatic, your push button for your fog lights, as well as your fuel door releases down there. Your cruise control setting, it does have adaptive cruise control. You do have different displays you can do here. There's your adaptive cruise control settings. Your shifting, currently on sport. Tire pressure gauge with individual tire pressures, which is nice a lot of times. A lot of vehicles of varying year just have a low tire light. It won't tell you which tire is low. You can change to kilometers, miles per hour, of course. You can have a straight speedometer. And it'll automatically do a diagnostics for you, read any codes, and we'll check. Okay, there is no codes displaying, even though it is displaying the adaptive cruise control issue. No codes at this time. We also do have SRT performance page, ET page, quarter mile and eighth. You can display it right here on the on the speedometer display. You can also set up your screen. Mostly move where different things are on the screen. We'll back out of that. And again, with our blind spot warning in our messages, and no other messages there. The music and trip A, and then also trip B there, and then your instant miles per gallon. And with that, you can notice here in the corner, my current miles per gallon is listing at 8.1. So obviously, if you're worried about fuel, because this does take premium, and currently in California, last time I filled up the Corvette, it was $5.09 a gallon. So that's going to get quite costly in this one at 8.1 miles per gallon. You do have the Harman Kardon system in this one. The sound is pretty good. All right, I guess we're ready to go for a ride. Ride is very smooth. The handling is real good. Roll up the windows here. And the power is definitely strong. Finding I like the rides on most of the vehicles that I've been driving. Again, seats are comfortable. Definitely not a small guy. Definitely feels comfortable to me, and I can feel the side lumbars holding me in well. Quiet ride as well. A little bit of engine noise. Definitely needs a louder personally, I think. Somebody would disagree with me. Sucking on some gas here. Turn to the performance page here and try that again. I think it's definitely the difference between the Trackhawk and just the standard SRT. Definitely, I think with the supercharger, I think a feel would definitely be more would be better. I just didn't feel the torque that I thought it should have under that launch control. It didn't feel brutal, we'll just say that. I'm not sure what the launch control really did there either, because it was hold foot on brake and push accelerator full throttle, which is pretty much what I would do anyway, and then I just let off the brake. I'm probably doing something wrong, but really, I mean, regardless, either way, it was still a launch, so. Release brake. Yeah, so that was another one. I didn't look at the horsepower because I was watching the corner. Ha ha ha, now I have to do another one. I'm at 31 horsepower right now. Minimal throttle, 31 horsepower. Track mode here. There you go, 314. Oh, there was a nice little kick on the second. Yeah, definitely that last one was not in sport. I was in sport mode as opposed to track mode. Definitely felt the difference in the launch control there. I was trying to get a little bit of a chirp out of the rear tires going into second. Shifting is a little bit better here in track mode, of course. Typically, I'm not going to want to drive around in track mode, but who cares? We'll go into manual mode because track mode does turn off traction control. Obviously, it doesn't push the launch control button or not. It's probably just going to be easier on the way it holds the car for the launch control. We actually went up to 8.2 miles per gallon doing the launch control. No, it's shifting is definitely a little bit faster. So I'm going to launch it without launch control. Just felt faster, but it didn't have as much power. It felt like it did the first time. And it did actually shift itself too, because I was going to let it over rev, which is weird, because it should let me over rev it, because it kind of depletes the points of even having the paddle shifters engaged. Let me hit the rev limiter. Sport mode. Obviously here in sport mode, you can definitely feel the bumps a lot more than in the standard auto mode. that second gear shift. So overall, just had that one launch control that really had some kick on it, and tried to do the chirp the tires a little bit in the rear when it shifted. Definitely, once you've been introduced to the supercharger life, I would definitely say I would rather have the Trackhawk with the supercharger. I think it would be much more impressive. Again, this being a 2015, it is a little bit older with the NA. I still haven't seen a full horsepower when I launch controlled it, but gotta watch the road. There it is again. 378 horsepower. That's the max I saw out of it. Gauge. Performance packages. Again, it's shifting. Now it seems like it is letting me hit the rev limiter in track mode, but it's hitting before 6,000 RPMs. Red line is 6. Definitely needs a little bit more out of it. Coasting at 90. Oh, there we go. There's the 99 miles. It's just not shifting fast as it needs to. If it was instantaneous when I hit the shift lever, then I think it would be a little bit better. Dual clutch, I think it would be better. But without that, it's just hard getting the timing down. I guess once you're used to it, it would be better. But yeah, no launch control. Launch. It's definitely stopping the power before I actually hit the red line at 6,000. It definitely looks like the red line starts at 6,000. 6 on the tachometer is definitely in white right after that. But it seems to be starting at maybe 5,800. It starts to cut out the power to hit the rev limiter. But I did see a 381 horsepower there on the pull. But anyway, for now, overall driving, it's not bad. Shifting is a little bit slow. If you're looking for just a sporty SUV to drive around with, I would say it would probably suit your needs, as long as gas mileage isn't your concern. Didn't test any of the off-road capabilities. Don't really want to go out in the dirt in it myself. But overall, I probably wouldn't go with this one. Again, I think I'd rather have the Durango Hellcat. And if you're looking for an SUV, a little bit bigger, a little bit more pointed. But there you go. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Have a good one.